Ilia Topuria is the current number 3 ranked featherweight contender in the world. He's currently 14-0 with 6 of those wins being in the UFC. He has 4 knockouts, 8 submissions and 2 decisions. Ilia's nationality is both Spanish and Georgian. His nickname is El Matador, a matador being a bullfighter who is tasked to kill a bull. His fight style is Greco-Roman wrestling with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He also has counterboxing and low kicks in his arsenal. Ilia debuted against Yusuf Zalal where he won a decision victory, winning 2 of the rounds dominantly. The biggest moment of the fight was when Ilia got the back of Zalal and locked up a rear naked choke attempt which Zalal eventually got out of. Overall, Ilia's debut was very impressive, beating Zalal, who had gone 3-0 that year, with ease. Ilia's second fight in the UFC saw him KO Damon Jackson in the first round. Ilia did this by backing Jackson up against the cage and unloading a barrage of shots before landing the right hook and ending the fight. This fight displayed that Ilia wasn't just dangerous on the ground but on the feet as well, with a vicious KO. Ilia's third fight in the UFC against known crotch sniffer Ryan Hall also ended in a first round KO. This fight was a highlight of the McGregor vs Poirier 3 card, as Ilia exposed the speed JJ nerd, knocking him out in the first round in what can only be described as one of the funniest finishes of all time. Ilia's fourth fight would end in a lights-out KO of Jai Herbert. With this victory, Ilia would prove just how good he is to his fans, to his haters, and to the top-ranked featherweights. This fight would push Ilia into the top 15 of the featherweight division. Ilia would then go on to beat Bryce Mitchell, another undefeated featherweight prospect, by submission. He would first drop Mitchell with a brutal right hand, before eventually securing an arm triangle choke that would force Mitchell to tap out. In beating Bryce, Ilia would secure himself a shot against a top 5 featherweight contender. Ilia would then take on 5th ranked featherweight contender Josh Emmett, where he would dominate him for all 5 rounds and one judge giving him a mythical 10-7 round. The biggest moments of the fight were Ilia Topuria's level changes. These moments in the fight would prove that Ilia Topuria is a fully realised mixed martial artist in all facets of the game. With a win against Emmett, Ilia would secure a shot against the reigning defending champion, Alexander Volkanovski. That fight will be headlining UFC 298 in a week's time. Unknown to a lot of Westerners, Ilia is a massive star in Spain with over 2.2 million followers on Instagram. However, Ilia is not shy of controversy, getting into it with lightweight contender Paddy Pimblett before UFC 282 in the Fighter Hotel. Ilia seemed to enjoy playing the heel role as it put a spotlight on his own fight. Moreover, in the build-up to his Alexander Volkanovski clash, he's not only called Volk his 15th Rose, claimed that he's already championed and beaten Volk, but released his frickin' movie trailer on how he became champion. Ilia has been the favourite for all of his fights in the UFC except for his debut against Zalal and his upcoming fight against Volkanovski. Ilia stands at 5'6" or 170 centimeters. This is compared to Volkanovski, who stands at 5'5" or 168 centimeters. Both are relatively small for the weight class. If Ilia is able to beat Volkanovski, he'd be the 5th ever featherweight champion, the 4 being Aldo, Conor, Max, and Volk. Ilia's chest tattoo shows 2 sides of a tiger and a face in the middle that is apparently supposed to look like him, but I think it looks like
Eisenberg, you're goddamn right.
Who do you guys think is going to win UFC 298? Click subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.